Hello and welcome to my F1 2016 career mode. In this career mode we'll be driving as Haas, as I said in the announcement video, on Ultimate AI, which is going to be extremely difficult because the Ultimate AI are well overpowered and extremely hard to battle with, so we're going to have to R&D, upgrade the car a lot. And here we select Ultimate. Now going for our avatars, we should select the guy second row near the middle, yeah, him. And then we're going to select, I think we should select that helmet, the one I just went past, that one. We're going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to mess around with that. British. We're going to select 28 for personal reasons. Name Tyler Gibbs. Abbreviated name, I think if you do GIB, because most F1 drivers in real life, if you look at the little display at the bottom, it has their first three letters, so I think we should do that for us as well. And we're done. Now we're going to select Haas F1. I think it's Haas, not Haas, so I'm going to say Haas. Teammate Romain Grosjean, if you need a strong teammate for the constructors. We're going to go the softer weekend tyre allocation, as you get an achievement. Because softer suits my driving style more than the harder compounds, so because I hate the harder tyre compounds. Start session. I think we're going to enter the little hospitality area about now. And then our agent's going to come across to us. I'll let you listen.
Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law and I've been brought in to work as your agent. I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
Okay, so that was our agent discussing our new contract with the Haas F1 team. So there it is. It's a beautiful hospitality area, I must say. We go to practice 1 after we've looked at what all these practice programs and things that are included in the new F1 2016 game. Okay, so we've gone to practice 1. Waiting for it to load. very nice introduction to practice.
We're
Or the
about
race
to join the
weekend.
action in what is sure to be an interesting practice session here in Melbourne. It's not long until we get the session underway, and we'll have some cars appearing out on the track.
In the unforgiving world of Formula One, free practice sessions are a vital part.
Getting a little tutorial. I'm just going to skip straight through it. We're going to do the first practice program, which is tyre acclimatisation. So here we go to do the tyre acclimatisation practice program. So cutting to the start of the lap now. This is the one we have to go through the little gates at a certain speed. Get purple for the first one. Purple for the second one in the DRS zone. Purple for the third set of gates. Purple for the fourth set of gates. Purple for the fifth set of gates. Purple for the sixth set of gates. And for the seventh. This is our first ever time doing tyre acclimatisation, so I was impressed with how well I did. Although it is not too hard to get purple. So we've got purple on 10 so far. Now 11. Now 12. Now 14. Purple for 15 as well. The team will be really happy with us for this. Purple for 16 and the DRS zone, and we've got a completely perfect lap, which I've not seen too many people do on YouTube. So we're going to go into the tyre management program, which we didn't do too well because we got held up by a load of cars like Mercedes and Ferrari during the programs. That hampered us a bit. And we actually failed the program because of it. And it's just a long program, so I really
The classification at the end of the
couldn't
session
do it
then.
again.
Here are your top three.
Too much
Rosberg,
stress.
Vettel and Max Verstappen. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula One action very shortly.
This is with no setup, by the way, so don't expect us to be too quick, but I'll try and get it set up for the next Grand Prix in Bahrain afterwards. This is our resource points. Now I'll let you listen to the R&D.
Hi,
Head of it, R&D.
good to meet you at last. My name's Chris, and I'll be working with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development. It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver, and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
Okay, so that was our R&D engineer, who will be working with to upgrade the car to its maximum potential as we get an achievement again. So we're just going to go through which element of the car we can improve, upgrades the car the most, and I believe it is downforce. And then we're going to go with chassis weight or maybe drag afterwards. So that's upgraded, and that should be here. That part should arrive in Bahrain for the next race. And we could potentially jump a couple of teams because of the upgrade. Here we are, we're doing the qualifying pace program, which we got held up in yet again during all that. And in hindsight, I really should have run a setup for this weekend, because we could have got more resource points. It really didn't help our weekend whatsoever. And
Welcome to Melbourne, where
here we go for
qualifying the
qualifying. On a set of super soft tyres, obviously, because we need to get out of Q1, but chances are we probably won't because we've got no setup, and it's on ultimate difficulty, which is the hardest by far. Hardest difficulty by far. Coming around the last corner onto the straight and coming on to finish the lap now. Just behind Grosjean, but we went on for another lap, I believe. Because we got a really nice run through turn 1. Straight and across the line now. And we retired on that because we couldn't have improved at all, and we qualified 20th for the Australian Grand Prix, which was absolutely terrible. So there's our resource points. Don't think the team would be too impressed with that performance, and probably losing the rivalry. Yep. We got absolutely annihilated in that qualifying session by our teammate. Our driver position in the team has dropped down to underachieving, so I need to put in an excellent performance in the race.
Hi, yes,
Ultra
Sue.
sweat mode.
I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
There's our race goals for the race set by the team. Strategy, we're going to do the one stop from the soft tyres to the medium, not the super soft strategy. But the tyre wear is going to be extremely high. So here we go. Forgot to do the formation lap, sorry. Didn't really have the time. I will include it for next race. So we've got an decent start. So close to the Magnussen and the Renault there. I was bricking it at that moment in time. We're going to go up the inside of a few cars here. And we're in the points. So we've gained 10 positions in 2 corners. So that's pretty decent. We were catching Alonso, and then we decided to back off to save our tyres because we need high tyre management for the one stop. But you can't really tyre conserve an ultimate, or otherwise the AI will be right behind you after about a few corners or so if you try and conserve. And here comes the Williams around the lap side. Hold the inside line, and there's a yellow flag because he's probably spun out because of the side pod glitch, which is still in F1 games. Unless it's been patched, but doubt it. There goes Danny Kvyat up our inside. Probably can't do anything about him because he's on the super soft tyres, which is superiorly faster than, I don't even know if that's a word, faster than the softs. So curtains to him, but we dive bomb him up the inside coming into turn 2. Hold the inside line, and that's an aggressive overtake, but it worked. Didn't make contact with the Toro Rosso driver. Now people are making their pit stops, and we come out in clean air for now. Decent run through turn 1 there, and going to stick to our current strategy because it's probably faster than over the course of the race than the two-stop strategy. Some more people came into the pits and we came out just behind Nico Rosberg, who we battled for position 5, I think it is. On the I can't really see it on the preview screen, but got hung out to dry a little bit there, and Raikkonen did us round the outside of the last corner. Because our tyres are just absolutely falling off the cliff at this point, because we can't really tyre conserve, because like I said, the AI are well too quick and you can't really afford to tyre conserve, so maybe next time we'll go for the more aggressive strategy, but I prefer track position over having to make up time in a slower car, because you don't really have the pace to do it if you're in a Haas or a Manor, for example. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo lost his front wing and we went past Lewis Hamilton there, and Daniel Ricciardo obviously. And now we're probably going to get absolutely swamped by Raikkonen and Hamilton coming into turn 1. I'm not losing 2 positions in one corner. Hamilton cuts turn 1. Raikkonen's nowhere, and Hamilton's driving off into the sunset, so diving into the pits 1 lap before the pit window opens because the tyre wear is just too bad. Slow for the pit lane limiter. We need a fast stop from that pass, boys, so we can get out in some good clean air and attack position. The mediums, it was a relatively good stop. Leave the pit lane now, and not too great of a pit stop, or doing the overcut didn't really work. No, it's probably the undercut because people on the softs are going to lap 12 or 13, aren't they? In P18 at the minute, probably going to get muggled by Bottas, who's on 2 compounds softer than us on the super soft, and we're on the mediums, so it's probably curtains to him. They're just so goddamn bleeding quick, these AI. Aliens, that's what it is. Just behind Perez, we had to make a quick reaction there, otherwise we would have gone out the race because of the simulation damage, which is very sensitive to contact with other cars, outwall barriers, just like in real life. But Perez has gone up our inside. On the mediums as well, maybe we can fight him back, but he broke during that, break during the middle of that chicane, so probably won't be able to catch him because we're trying to tyre conserve, even though we're going to get absolutely muggled by people behind us later on in the race. And I think doing the 1 stop we should theoretically be in about 8th place. Maybe the 1 stop could work, but maybe we'd run out of fuel potentially when we try to defend at the end of the race from the cars who are on superiorly young tyres compared to us. So not looking too bright for the rest of the race. We come out in clean air. So no traffic coming in. go around the outside of the Force India of Nico Hulkenberg. I think this is P8, so like I said, theoretically in P8. I just couldn't really read it on the preview screen, so sorry.
Low chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Hulkenberg behind us is on the medium tyres as well, the white wheel tyres, so should be pretty even at this stage, but he's probably a tad younger than ours. Keep it up the inside, he runs wide, which is what I found as a weakness for the AI, because they keep running wide there if you go up there inside and leave a bit of room. They just go completely wide and miss the corner completely. We come into turn 2 and try and hold the position. 2 cars behind us now, so 9th and 10th. Hulkenberg and Alonso. No, Bottas. Now, Bottas and Hulkenberg, I think. Bottas is on the soft, so going to be very quick compared to us. Going down this straight, we're going to get mugged by 2 cars. No, it was the McLaren. Yellow flag because there were 3 cars trying to go through one corner and Alonso span out on our side pod, I think. We could have potentially left a bit more room than what we did, to be fair. But I didn't 100% see him coming up the inside. So maybe I need to check the mirrors more. But still in P8. No penalty. Luckily. Bottas has gone up our inside. He's probably going to drive off into the sunset like Lewis Hamilton did earlier in the race. Now we're fighting for P9 and Hulkenberg's gone right round our outside and we've got Ricciardo coming up our inside, but we defend from both of them, leave Hulkenberg out to dry. Held on to P9 now. Although I think we are a bit low on fuel in the front left, is starting to degrade heavily. So we might have to give up these positions and just concentrate on making it to the end of the race. Because we're going to beat the team's objectives and we're going to beat our teammate Romain Grosjean. He came in for a 2-stop, so we're going to beat him, but we're probably going to finish outside the points as Ricciardo just saws past us on the straight. Hulkenberg's coming for us now. We need these precious points, but I don't see how we're going to defend from Hulkenberg with absolutely dead tyres. It's impossible. We're going to finish outside the points. No matter how hard I try, we're going to finish outside the points because there's no way we're keeping Hulkenberg behind for a couple more laps. So. Probably just going to have to see the position and then just try and make it to the end of the race, but Hulkenberg's gone. So yeah, we're in P11, we're outside the points now, and we're probably just going to have to concentrate on making it to the finish, unless we have something to do about it. Dive bomb. Not too great, it's probably going to take a bit of life out of the tyres and potentially get a puncture on the last lap, but highly doubt it. Hulkenberg's going to soar past, absolutely fly past us on this straight. So at this point, I thought I may as well just try and get to the finish. Because if I try and pass Hulkenberg, I'll probably get a puncture. And here we come across the line in P11. Which is a very strong result considering where we started.
Good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked.
But it wasn't
Good
too
job.
strong midway through the race. So maybe we need to improve on. Maybe we definitely need to set up for the next race. Okay, so that race done. Toto Wolff looks
And here
elated.
are our podium drivers today after that
Rosberg
excellent race.
won.
They've excelled here, as they so often do, and
I
it's a
thought Hamilton would
well-deserved
have won
victory.
the amount of
Mercedes
pace he
then
had
are
earlier on
top
in the
today.
race on the super soft tyres, but Nico
So then,
Rosberg's
it's time to
prevailed
see
here in
how this
Australia.
result affects the Drivers' Championship. Nico Rosberg takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a
think
very
we got
handy
driver
skill
of
to
the
have
day.
in modern-day Formula One.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors'
Anthony
Championship.
Davidson said our
Mercedes
Haas
moved to the
driver,
top
so
of the table.
'cause
After all that excitement,
on this
it's
game
time
it
for a
doesn't
lie
really
down,
say
I
your
think.
real name
Thanks for
because
joining us, and
I have no
goodbye
idea
until the
why,
next
but
race.
it's probably too much hard work getting Anthony Davidson to say everybody's name in the entire world, but pretty cool when he says our Haas driver, or say if you're in like our Manor driver, but slightly better if he said your real name. But there's our resource points. Still losing the rivalry, probably because he came in for the 2-stop, that's probably why. Gaining driver positions in the team, which is a very good thing to see, so because you can actually get fired on this game. So, career score, 25% AI difficulty means you're an ultimate, okay, so. Okay, that's that episode done, and I'll see you next time in Bahrain. So, I'll see ya. Goodbye.